Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Zanthyst Gaming. We're here today in Challenge Rift 143, and it's going to be 4 floors depending on how much trash you clear. It's not too hard. It is one of the new sets, so it might not be a playstyle that's familiar to all, so we'll go over some things with it, and then we'll go ahead and jump into it. You can see the path on round 1, floor 2, floor 3, and then there's actually a 4th floor which has a ton of elites too. So if you're not able to push the Rift Guardian in the first 3 floors, the 4th floor has you covered. I'd recommend skipping as much trash as possible and just bouncing from elites to elites. Use your trash for your mobility skill. We are running Merciless Assault on Furious Charge, which means the more enemies we hit with our charge, the more it reduces our next charge's time, allowing us to charge consistently. If we're hitting, I believe it's 3 or more enemies, you should get your charge refreshed. I might be remembering wrong. That might only be with the sets, but you can get your charge refreshed and just keep bouncing between trash and use that to kind of go between packs to get from elite to elite. You're running Blade of the Tribes, which means whenever you shout or cry, it's going to drop a avalanche with Earthquake, and it does a little damage, not that much though. You are running Bloodshed, which means your critical hit damage will be applied after a short period of time in an area of effect around you. This is pretty significant, so make sure that stays up throughout your challenge rift. Note that it only stays on your character for 2 minutes, so after 2 minutes you will have to recast it. Looks like most of the clear times are within the 4 to 6 minute range, so you might have to recast it once, so do keep that in mind. Wrath of Berserker is going to give you a big offensive and defensive boost whenever you need to kill elites. It also gives you some movement speed to help you with getting around. I would just save and pop it when you hit elites. But yeah, so that's kind of the general gist of the build. If you don't know how the set itself works, you're going to be getting double effect from all of your shouts, which is great. And whenever you have an enemy feared, frozen, or stunned, you'll deal double damage to that enemy. Each frenzy stack you get will reduce all damage taken by 6%, so you want to make sure your frenzy stacks stay up. Your frenzy stacks will also stay up twice as long. So right now, when I hit with my frenzy, I have 2 stacks. So I would be getting 12% damage reduction. We do have an item that allows us to stack this all the way up to 10, so we do get a 60% damage reduction. It lasts quite a while. You just gotta make sure whenever you're charging from pack to do your elite hunting, you take a swing every so often to refresh those stacks, otherwise you will go down like a sack of potatoes. Also notice that we're using Chinelix Chain, so we'll get movement speed whenever we shout. It'll give us a boost in movement speed, both of those, so that's helpful. Your frenzy will deal a ton of damage and more damage per stack that you have, so yep. That's the set, and the general gist of what we're doing is just kind of bouncing around hunting elites. And yeah, it's good times. We will have 3 pylons, and we do have a flavor of time, so those pylons last twice as long. Hey, that was a little bit more in-depth than we usually do for the dive at the beginning, but hopefully it helps. Let's go ahead and get on into this. Don't forget to put your shouts up right away. You can save your faltering shout for when you come to enemies, because that's what it's used for, is to root them and give you like double damage. Don't forget to pop your Wrath of Berserker so that you can live through this initial pack while you're getting your stacks up. I did have to pop a potion there as well, which is a bit of a bummer, but not the end of the world. And again, I'm just going to stop, get my stacks, and I'm going to try to move between packs with my charge and just keep moving. If I accidentally mess up and charge a door like I did there, then I just have to slow walk for a few seconds, but not a big deal. Go ahead and just kill that because I was stuck in the middle of it. I couldn't see my next pack to charge to. Alright, here's our shielding pylon. We'll get that for double duration because we do have the flavor of time. Go ahead and kill that guy. And then we're just going to kind of move on. We're not going to worry about the trash. Looking for my first pack to charge to. There we go. And we should still have our shielding pylon, so we want to use that. Shout to keep them in place. Proc that extra damage. Just gonna kill all of them because I do have the gem that gives me damage multiplication being as powerful if I kill the elite and all of his minions, so I want to make sure I kill all of his minions too. I must have used my charge at the wrong time there. The biggest thing with time on this rift is just making sure you're using your charge at the right times to use it to move between packs, I think. Can be a little bit of a pain. Now we have channeling pylon, which basically just means we can charge till the cows come home. Take a second, kill all this trash, kill this elite. He ran away from me. He's an illusionist, feels Batman. We still have our shielding up because of the whole flavor of time situation, so that's great. And we're gonna have this channeling pylon for quite a while, which is going to give us a lot of mobility. Don't forget you do have your Wrath of Berserker up pretty much perpetually when you like this, so make sure you utilize that. This is kind of where you make the bulk of your progress in this rift, is just utilizing those stacked pylons together, right? Path off there to the right is nothing to worry about, so just keep going. This might not be the absolute fastest way to do it. It might be better to kill more trash as you go. I don't know for sure. But this is just the way I decided to do it. And it seems to work pretty well for me. So. And then this floor just has elite after elite, so it's great for us. Conduit pylon's also going to help with all the little trash bits on this floor, since we do have some area effect damage with our bouncing frenzy smashes, but not a ton. So the conduit pylon does help there. So I'm quarantined. My whole school district is quarantined due to the COVID-19 outbreak. So I'm going to be home a lot over the next 6 weeks. My school is closed for 6 weeks, so I'll be home playing a lot of Diablo. I'll be streaming it on YouTube. You guys can feel free to stop in. First 4 episodes are up already, which was just the first like 16 hours of the season. I managed to push all the way up to rank 1, which was pretty cool. And then I went to sleep, and then the next day I had to take care of my daughter pretty much all day, and I barely got a chance to play yesterday too, so I've fallen down quite a bit. I'm down to like 25 on the leaderboards or something like that, but we're gonna make an honest go of trying to play this season a little bit more. We are on hardcore, so the leaderboards are a little bit more forgiving, but it also means that we have to be more careful so we don't die and have to re-roll. Just adds a little extra spice into the game. It's pretty fun. We're playing with some friends who are also playing hardcore, so that's why we decided to do that. But it's pretty fun. You guys should come by and hang out sometime if you feel like it. We'd love to see you. We'd love to support, all that good stuff. Hopefully this challenge video helped you guys. If it did, make sure you like, favorite, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll see you guys for next week's Challenge Rift. Peace, boys.